Ancient Mind Hacks, written and published by Ngasline. Deep beneath the surface of what we call luck lies a forgotten philosophy practiced by history's most consistently fortunate individuals. While modern society dismisses luck as random chance, ancient wisdom traditions, from Greek philosophers to Eastern sages, understood a profound truth. Luck isn't a cosmic lottery, but a natural consequence of specific mental patterns and behavioral rituals. These weren't mere superstitions, but sophisticated psychological techniques refined over centuries of observation and practice. Through their encrypted teachings, passed down through generations of initiates, emerges a startling insight. The human mind can be programmed to attract opportunity, recognize hidden patterns, and transform seemingly random events into stepping stones toward success. The most intriguing part: modern neuroscience is now confirming what these ancient practitioners knew all along, that lucky people aren't born, they're cultivated through specific mental frameworks that anyone can learn and master. Lesson 1. Old wisdom unlocks modern fortune. Throughout human history, successful individuals have followed certain timeless principles that transcend cultures, eras, and circumstances. These ancient success principles continue to shape the fortunes of those we consider lucky today. The wisdom of our ancestors contains profound insights that, when properly understood and applied, can transform our modern pursuit of success. The fundamental truth that ancient civilizations understood was that success follows specific patterns. From the Egyptian pharaohs to Chinese emperors, from Greek philosophers to Indian sages, successful individuals recognize that achievement isn't random, but follows universal laws. These laws operate as consistently as gravity, whether we acknowledge them or not. The key difference between those who succeed and those who struggle often lies in their awareness and application of these principles. One of the most powerful ancient insights is the concept of alignment. Our ancestors understood that success comes more easily when our actions align with natural forces rather than opposing them. This principle manifests in various ways, from farmers who planted according to seasonal cycles to traders who recognized market patterns. In our modern context, this translates to understanding industry trends, technological cycles, and social movements. Those who appear lucky are often simply better attuned to these natural rhythms and position themselves accordingly. Ancient wisdom also emphasizes the importance of preparation meeting opportunity. The Roman philosopher Seneca noted that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. This insight remains remarkably relevant today. What we often perceive as random good fortune is actually the result of consistent preparation and the ability to recognize and seize opportunities when they arise. Successful people throughout history have understood this principle and structured their lives around it. The ancients also recognized the crucial role of mindset in creating success. Eastern philosophies, in particular, emphasize the power of thought in shaping reality. Modern neuroscience and psychology are now confirming what ancient practitioners knew intuitively. Our thoughts and beliefs significantly influence our outcomes. This understanding explains why some people seem to attract success while others repel it, despite similar external circumstances. Another vital principle from ancient wisdom is the concept of reciprocity. Traditional societies understood that success isn't just about taking, but about maintaining a balance of giving and receiving. This principle appears in various forms across cultures, from the Native American practice of potlatch to the Chinese concept of guangxi. In today's interconnected world, this wisdom manifests as networking, relationship building, and creating value for others. Ancient success principles also emphasize the importance of holistic development. Unlike modern society's often narrow focus on material success, traditional wisdom recognized that true achievement requires balance across multiple life areas. Physical health, mental clarity, emotional stability, and spiritual connection were seen as interconnected aspects of success. This comprehensive approach explains why some apparently lucky people maintain their success while others experience short-lived gains. Practical application of these ancient principles begins with awareness and gradually deepens through practice. Start by observing patterns in your life and industry. Notice the cycles of activity and rest, expansion and contraction. Pay attention to how your thoughts and actions align with what you want to achieve. Build relationships based on genuine value exchange. Develop yourself holistically rather than focusing solely on external achievements. The beauty of these ancient principles lies in their universality and timelessness. They work regardless of your current circumstances, background, or goals. While the specific methods of application may vary, the underlying principles remain constant. By understanding and applying these time-tested insights, you can begin to create your own luck and achieve success in alignment with natural laws rather than struggling against them. These principles are not quick fixes, but rather fundamental laws that require consistent application over time. Just as our ancestors built great civilizations through patient application of these principles, your success will build gradually but sustainably when aligned with these eternal truths. Lesson 2. Ancient secrets guide lucky paths. Throughout history, successful individuals have followed distinct patterns that seem to make them extraordinarily lucky. These patterns, far from being random coincidences, were carefully observed and documented by ancient civilizations. From the Oracle of Delphi to Chinese fortune-telling practices, our ancestors developed sophisticated frameworks for making decisions and recognizing favorable opportunities. The ancient Greeks believed in the concept of kairos, the perfect moment when conditions align for optimal action. This wasn't mere superstition, but a refined observation of timing and circumstance. They understood that success often comes from recognizing and acting upon these perfect moments. Modern successful people unconsciously employ similar principles when they speak of trusting their gut or feeling the right moment. These historical patterns reveal themselves through various signs and synchronicities in our daily lives. What we often dismiss as coincidence, ancient wisdom treated as valuable guidance. When multiple events point in the same direction, or when recurring themes appear in different contexts, these were considered important signals. Today's successful entrepreneurs and innovators often describe similar experiences, a series of seemingly unrelated events that guided them toward their biggest breakthroughs. The ancient Egyptian concept of Ma'at teaches us about universal order and harmony. When applied to decision-making, it suggests that choices aligned with natural order tend to produce better results. This explains why some people seem to make consistently good decisions while others struggle. Those who appear lucky often unconsciously align themselves with these natural patterns. Intuitive guidance, a cornerstone of ancient wisdom, plays a crucial role in navigating paths to success. The Romans consulted auguries before making important decisions, while Native American tribes relied on vision quests for direction. These practices weren't about blindly following supernatural signs, but about training oneself to recognize subtle patterns and implications that logical minds might miss. Ancient cultures also understood the importance of reading environmental and social cues. Chinese feng shui principles, for instance, weren't just about furniture arrangement, but about understanding how energy flows affect outcomes. This translates to modern success as awareness of market trends, social dynamics, and optimal timing for initiatives. The Buddhist concept of mindful awareness provides another crucial framework for recognizing opportunities. By maintaining present moment awareness, we become more attuned to subtle signs and opportunities that others might miss. This explains why some people seem to be in the right place at the right time. They've developed a heightened awareness of their environment and circumstances. Decision-making frameworks from ancient traditions often emphasize the balance between action and patience. The Tao Te Ching speaks of wu, wow, or effortless action, suggesting that forcing outcomes often leads to resistance, while flowing with natural patterns creates easier paths to success. This principle explains why some people achieve their goals with apparent ease while others struggle despite working harder. These ancient frameworks also stress the importance of preparation meeting opportunity. The Roman philosopher Seneca noted that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Ancient wisdom teaches us to prepare ourselves through continuous learning and self-improvement while remaining alert to opportunities as they arise. Understanding and applying these historical patterns doesn't require believing in mystical forces. Instead, it involved developing awareness of subtle patterns, learning to trust well-developed intuition, and aligning actions with natural rhythms of opportunity. The most successful people throughout history have consciously or unconsciously aligned themselves with these principles, creating what appears to others as extraordinary luck. By studying and applying these ancient frameworks, we can develop our own ability to recognize and act upon favorable circumstances. This isn't about passive waiting for luck, but about actively cultivating the awareness and wisdom that allows us to spot and seize opportunities when they arise. The paths to success leave markers for those who know how to read them, and ancient wisdom provides the key to understanding these signs. Lesson 3. Timeless truth creates easy wins. The concept of effortless achievement has fascinated humanity since ancient times. Our ancestors understood that working in harmony with natural forces creates better results than struggling against them. This wisdom remains relevant today, offering a path to success that feels almost effortlessly natural rather than forced and difficult. The foundation of easy wins lies in understanding and aligning with universal flow. Consider how water naturally finds its path downhill, effortlessly moving around obstacles rather than trying to push through them. This same principle applies to human achievement. When we align our actions with natural rhythms and opportunities, we experience less resistance and greater forward momentum. Ancient cultures recognized that timing plays a crucial role in creating easy wins. The Chinese concept of wu wei teaches us to act without forcing, to move when the moment is right and rest when it's time to gather strength. This doesn't mean being passive. Rather, it means being strategic and efficient with our energy. By observing natural cycles and rhythms, we can identify the perfect moments for action and the periods when preparation serves us better. Working smarter instead of harder isn't a modern invention. It's an ancient principle that successful people have always understood. The Egyptian builders of the pyramids didn't just use brute force. They employed sophisticated knowledge of physics and natural principles to achieve what seemed impossible. Similarly, in our modern pursuits, the key to effortless achievement lies in understanding and utilizing the natural laws that govern success. The principle of leverage was well understood by ancient civilizations. Archimedes famously said, "Give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I shall move the world." This principle extends beyond physical mechanics to all areas of life. By identifying the leverage points in our situations, the small actions that create large effects, we can achieve more with less effort. Ancient wisdom teaches us about the power of alignment. When our goals, actions, and energy are in harmony with our true nature and the universal flow, we experience what modern people might call being in the zone. This state of flow isn't just about feeling good. It's about achieving optimal results with minimal strain. The ancient Greeks called this state a red, representing excellence achieved through natural expression of one's finest qualities. Creating easy wins requires understanding the rhythm of expansion and contraction. Just as nature moves through seasons, our success journey has its own cycles. Ancient farmers knew when to plant, when to tend, and when to harvest. This wisdom translates to modern achievement. There are times to push forward, times to consolidate, and times to prepare for the next advance. The art of effortless achievement also involves recognizing and working with natural energy patterns. Traditional Chinese medicine teaches about qi, the vital energy that flows through all things. When we align our actions with these energy flows, we accomplish more with less effort. This might mean scheduling important tasks during our peak energy hours or arranging our environment to support our natural working style. Ancient traditions emphasize the importance of preparation in creating easy wins. Like an archer who spends years practicing their form, the moment of releasing the arrow becomes effortless through proper preparation. This teaches us that what appears as effortless success often results from thorough groundwork and practice, making the final execution smooth and natural. By embracing these timeless principles, we can transform our approach to achievement. Instead of forcing our way forward through sheer willpower, we learn to recognize and flow with natural opportunities. This doesn't mean success comes without effort. Rather, it means our efforts become more effective and energizing rather than draining. The ancient wisdom of creating easy wins remains as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago, offering us a path to achievement that feels natural, sustainable, and deeply satisfying. Lesson 4. Sacred knowledge attracts success. The ancient world held powerful secrets about manifesting success and abundance that remain remarkably relevant today. These time-tested manifestation techniques weren't based on wishful thinking, but rather on a deep understanding of energy, consciousness, and universal laws that govern achievement. At their core, these methods recognize that success isn't just about external actions. It's fundamentally about internal state and energetic alignment. Traditional cultures understood that everything in existence is composed of energy vibrating at different frequencies. This includes our thoughts, emotions, and intentions. The ancient Egyptians, for instance, practiced specific mental exercises to align their personal energy with their desired outcomes. They believed that by achieving specific states of consciousness, they could attract corresponding external circumstances. This principle mirrors what quantum physics now tells us about the observer effect and how consciousness influences reality. One of the most powerful manifestation techniques from antiquity involves the cultivation of specific emotional and mental states. Ancient practitioners didn't just visualize their goals. They learned to embody the feeling of already having achieved them. This practice creates a resonant frequency that naturally attracts similar energies and opportunities. Chinese Taoist masters referred to this as acting from the end, where one operates from the perspective of already being what they wish to become. The spiritual laws of attraction were well understood by ancient wisdom keepers. They recognized that like attracts, like not just in the physical world, but in the realm of experience and opportunity. This understanding led to the development of precise practices for cultivating success. Attracting mindsets. Greek philosophers taught their students to maintain specific thought patterns and emotional states that would naturally draw positive circumstances into their lives. Mindset cultivation was seen as a sacred practice in many ancient traditions. It wasn't viewed as mere positive thinking, but as a fundamental spiritual discipline that aligned one's being with universal forces of abundance and achievement. Buddhist monks developed elaborate meditation techniques specifically designed to cultivate prosperity consciousness. These practices worked by transforming the practitioner's relationship with success and abundance at the deepest levels of awareness. Ancient manifestation methods also emphasize the importance of energetic clarity. Native American teachings stress the need to clear internal blocks and limiting beliefs that could interfere with natural abundance. They developed ceremonial practices and rituals specifically designed to release negative patterns and align with positive outcomes. This understanding of energy hygiene remains crucial for modern success cultivation. The sacred knowledge of success attraction also included specific practices for maintaining high vibrational states throughout daily life. Ancient Hebrew mystics taught that every thought and action either raised or lowered one's energetic frequency, directly affecting what one could attract into their experience. They developed detailed systems for maintaining optimal states conducive to success and good fortune. These ancient techniques weren't just theoretical. They were practical tools for creating tangible results. Egyptian initiates were taught to use sacred geometries and specific breath patterns to enhance their manifestation abilities. Indian yogis developed precise mudras, hand positions, and mantras, sound vibrations, that could be used to attract specific types of success and opportunity. These practices worked by aligning the practitioner's energy field with universal forces of abundance. The wisdom traditions also understood the role of gratitude in attraction. Ancient Greek mystery schools taught that thankfulness creates an energetic resonance that naturally attracts more positive experiences. They developed specific gratitude practices designed to amplify success attraction through conscious appreciation of existing blessings. This understanding of gratitude as a manifestation tool remains powerfully relevant for modern success creation. Modern seekers can benefit enormously from these time-tested techniques for success attraction. By understanding and applying these ancient principles of energy, consciousness, and manifestation, we can create more aligned and abundant lives. These sacred practices continue to offer profound insights into the nature of success and how to attract it naturally through conscious cultivation of our internal state and energetic alignment. Lesson 5. Ancient codes open fortune doors. Throughout history, successful individuals have recognized and leveraged hidden patterns that govern the flow of fortune and opportunity. These patterns, or codes, exist all around us, embedded in nature, human behavior, and the very fabric of our daily experiences. Understanding and interpreting these ancient codes allows us to recognize and seize opportunities that others might miss. The first key to decoding success patterns lies in observation. Ancient cultures developed sophisticated systems for reading signs in their environment, from the movement of stars to the behavior of animals. In our modern context, these same observational skills can be applied to market trends, social dynamics, and personal interactions. When we tune into these patterns, we begin to notice subtle indicators that precede significant opportunities. Symbols play a crucial role in pattern recognition. Our ancestors understood that symbols serve as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind, allowing us to process complex information intuitively. In today's world, we encounter symbols constantly in business logos, cultural icons, and digital communications. By developing our ability to interpret symbolic meaning, we enhance our capacity to recognize promising opportunities before they become obvious to others. The ancient practice of numerology demonstrates how patterns can reveal hidden meanings in everyday life. While we needn't adopt numerology literally, its principles teach us to look for meaningful sequences and relationships in our experiences. This might manifest as recurring themes in successful ventures, specific timing patterns in market cycles, or consistent elements in profitable partnerships. Hidden messages appear constantly in our daily lives, but most people miss them because they're not attuned to their significance. These messages might come through chance encounters, unexpected conversations, or seemingly random events that catch our attention. Ancient wisdom teaches that nothing is truly random. Everything carries potential meaning for those who know how to interpret it. Opening ourselves to opportunities requires both awareness and action. The ancients understood that fortune favors those who prepare themselves to receive it. This preparation involves developing what modern psychology calls selective attention, the ability to notice relevant information while filtering out distractions. Just as ancient hunters learned to spot subtle signs of their prey, successful people today develop an eye for promising opportunities. Ancient codes also teach us about the interconnected nature of success. In many traditional systems, prosperity was understood not as isolated events, but as part of a larger pattern of harmony and balance. This perspective helps us recognize how different aspects of our lives and ventures connect and influence each other, leading to more holistic and sustainable success strategies. Pattern recognition extends to people as well. Ancient wisdom traditions emphasized the importance of reading character and understanding human nature. These skills remain valuable today, helping us identify potential allies, partners, and opportunities for collaboration. By understanding the patterns in human behavior and relationships, we can position ourselves more effectively for success. The art of decoding success patterns requires patience and practice. Ancient traditions often employed long periods of observation and contemplation to understand the deeper meanings behind surface appearances. In our fast-paced world, taking time to observe and reflect can give us a significant advantage, allowing us to see opportunities that others miss in their haste. Implementation of these ancient codes begins with heightened awareness. Start paying attention to recurring patterns in your life, business, and relationships. Notice what circumstances tend to precede success or failure. Look for symbolic meanings in your experiences and interactions. Develop your intuitive ability to recognize promising opportunities before they become obvious. The more you practice these skills, the more natural and automatic they become, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of increased awareness and opportunity. These ancient codes remind us that success leaves clues, patterns that repeat across time and culture. By studying and applying these timeless principles, we can develop our ability to recognize and seize opportunities, opening doors to fortune that remain invisible to others. The wisdom of the ages teaches us that luck isn't random. It's a pattern waiting to be understood and embraced. Lesson 6. Wisdom traditions build luck naturally. Throughout history, diverse cultures have developed sophisticated practices to cultivate good fortune, and these ancient methods remain remarkably effective today. Traditional luck. Building practices weren't based on mere superstition, but on careful observation of how certain behaviors and mindsets consistently led to favorable outcomes. These time-tested approaches demonstrate that luck isn't simply random chance, but rather a natural force that can be cultivated through intentional practice. At the heart of traditional luck, building lies the understanding that fortune favors those who create the right conditions for it to flourish. Ancient cultures recognized that luck operates much like a garden. It requires proper preparation, regular tending, and patient cultivation. Just as a skilled gardener creates optimal conditions for plants to thrive, we can create circumstances that naturally attract good fortune through daily practices and rituals. One fundamental principle from ancient traditions is the importance of maintaining a clean and organized environment. Many cultures believed that cluttered spaces blocked the flow of positive energy and good fortune. This extends beyond physical spaces to include mental and emotional clarity as well. Regular cleaning and organizing rituals, practiced with intention and awareness, create space for new opportunities to enter our lives. Traditional practices also emphasize the power of gratitude in building luck. Ancient wisdom keepers understood that appreciating current blessings creates a magnetic effect that attracts more positive experiences. This isn't merely positive thinking. Expressing genuine gratitude alters our perception and makes us more attuned to opportunities we might otherwise miss. Many cultures incorporated daily gratitude rituals, often performed at sunrise or sunset, to strengthen this fortunate mindset. Another crucial aspect of traditional luck building involves community and relationships. Ancient societies recognized that good fortune rarely comes to isolated individuals. Instead, luck often flows through networks of relationships and mutual support. Traditional practices included regular community gatherings, shared meals, and collective ceremonies that strengthened social bonds and created networks through which opportunities could flow. The concept of momentum plays a vital role in traditional luck-building practices. Ancient wisdom taught that small, consistent actions could accumulate into powerful forces of fortune. This might involve daily offerings, regular acts of kindness, or consistent attention to signs and omens. These practices weren't meant to directly cause lucky events, but rather to create a momentum of positive energy that naturally attracted favorable circumstances. Traditional practices also emphasize the importance of timing and rhythm in building luck. Many cultures developed sophisticated systems for understanding natural cycles and aligning actions with favorable periods. This wasn't about waiting for perfect conditions, but rather about understanding how to work with natural rhythms to maximize effectiveness and minimize resistance. Physical practices were often integrated into luck building traditions. These might include specific movements, breathing exercises, or ways of carrying oneself that were believed to enhance fortune. Modern research increasingly supports the connection between physical posture, breathing patterns, and positive outcomes, suggesting our ancestors understood something fundamental about the mind, body connection in creating good fortune. Ancient traditions also recognize the importance of mindful speech in cultivating luck. Many cultures developed specific practices around speaking with intention, avoiding negative proclamations, and using words to shape reality. These practices weren't based on magical thinking, but on the understanding that our words influence our perceptions and actions, which in turn affect our circumstances. These traditional practices remind us that building luck isn't about finding quick fixes or magical solutions. Instead, it's about creating sustainable habits and attitudes that naturally attract positive outcomes. By incorporating these ancient wisdom practices into our daily lives, we can create an environment where good fortune becomes not just possible but probable. The key lies in consistent application and patient cultivation, allowing these time-tested methods to work their natural magic in our modern world. Lesson 7. Hidden laws guide perfect timing. Time has always been regarded as one of the most mysterious and powerful forces in human existence. Ancient civilizations across the world developed sophisticated systems for understanding and working with time's natural rhythms. These ancient timing systems weren't merely calendars. They were comprehensive frameworks for aligning human action with universal forces to maximize success and minimize resistance. The concept of perfect timing isn't about luck or chance. It's about understanding and flowing with natural cycles. Traditional Chinese philosophy speaks of yuan fen or predestined timing, while ancient Greek culture referenced kairos, the perfect, opportune moment. These concepts suggest that success isn't just about what we do, but when we do it. Ancient timing systems often divided time into distinct phases or cycles. The Vedic tradition, for example, recognizes specific periods called muhurtas, auspicious times for different activities. Similarly, Chinese philosophy identifies optimal times for action through the I Ching and the Chinese zodiac system. These systems weren't based on superstition, but on careful observation of natural patterns and their effects on human affairs. Understanding momentum patterns is crucial for leveraging perfect timing. Just as the ocean has its tides, success has its own ebb and flow. Ancient wisdom teaches us to recognize these patterns in our lives and businesses. When we observe carefully, we notice that opportunities tend to cluster in specific periods, while other times seem better suited for preparation and planning. The key to working with these cycles lies in developing sensitivity to rhythm and flow. Ancient traditions emphasize the importance of patience and observation. Rather than forcing action at inappropriate times, success comes from recognizing and riding the natural waves of opportunity. This requires developing what the ancient Greeks called metis, a kind of practical wisdom that combines intelligence with timing. Optimal action periods aren't just about external timing. They're also about internal readiness. Ancient wisdom traditions teach that aligning our internal state with external opportunities creates powerful momentum. This might mean using meditation to clear our minds before important decisions, or paying attention to our natural energy cycles when planning significant activities. Traditional timing systems also emphasize the importance of preparation. The ancient Roman philosopher Seneca noted that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. This wisdom suggests that we should use quieter periods to prepare for future opportunities. When we're ready internally, we're more likely to recognize and capitalize on external opportunities when they arise. Modern research in chronobiology and psychology has begun to validate many of these ancient insights about timing. Studies show that our decision-making abilities, creativity, and physical performance all vary according to natural rhythms. By understanding and working with these rhythms rather than against them, we can achieve better results with less effort. Personal timing patterns also play a crucial role in success. Ancient wisdom traditions teach that each person has their own unique rhythms and cycles. Some people naturally thrive in the morning, others in the evening. Some have monthly or seasonal patterns that affect their effectiveness. Recognizing and honoring these personal patterns is essential for optimal timing. The practice of perfect timing isn't about waiting passively for the right moment. It's about active preparation combined with mindful attention to timing signals. Ancient traditions teach specific practices for developing timing sensitivity, such as regular meditation, careful observation of natural cycles, and maintaining detailed records of personal patterns and results. By integrating these ancient timing principles with modern insights, we can develop a more sophisticated approach to timing our actions and decisions. This doesn't mean every moment needs to be perfectly calculated, but rather that we become more attuned to natural rhythms and more skillful in choosing when to act or wait. The result is a more natural and effective approach to achieving our goals, one that works with time rather than against it. Lesson 8. Ancient paths lead modern wealth. The principles of wealth creation have remained surprisingly consistent throughout human history. Ancient civilizations understood that true abundance extends far beyond mere monetary accumulation. It encompasses a holistic approach to resource management, mindset cultivation, and sustainable practices that create lasting prosperity. The ancient Egyptian concept of Mawa teaches us that wealth flows naturally when we maintain balance and harmony in our lives. This wisdom applies perfectly to modern wealth building, where sustainable success comes from creating value while maintaining equilibrium between giving and receiving. The ancient Egyptians understood that hoarding resources disrupted natural flow, while conscious circulation of wealth generated more abundance. Greek philosophers emphasized the importance of sophrosine, excellence through moderation and self-knowledge. This principle guides us to build wealth strategically rather than frantically chasing quick gains. By understanding our true needs and capacities, we can make wiser financial decisions that compound over time. The Greeks recognized that sustainable wealth comes from aligning our actions with our authentic capabilities and values. Eastern traditions offer profound insights into abundance through the concept of wu wei, effortless action. This teaches us that wealth creation becomes natural when we position ourselves in harmony with economic flows rather than constantly struggling against market forces. By observing patterns and responding with appropriate timing, we can achieve better results with less strain. This ancient wisdom helps us identify and seize opportunities that others might miss. Traditional societies understood the power of community and wealth building. The African concept of Ubuntu, I am because we are, reminds us that sustainable prosperity comes through creating value for others. Modern applications include building strong professional networks, creating win-win business relationships, and contributing to community development. These practices generate goodwill that often translates into unexpected opportunities. Ancient wisdom also emphasizes the importance of proper resource management. Native American traditions teach us to consider the impact of our decisions on 7 generations ahead. This long-term perspective helps us make better investment choices and build wealth that stands the test of time. It encourages us to create value through sustainable practices rather than exploitative methods that lead to eventual collapse. The concept of dharma from Indian traditions guides us to align our wealth-building activities with our life purpose and ethical principles. This ensures that our success serves not only our personal needs, but also contributes to the greater good. When we create wealth in alignment with our values, we naturally attract support and opportunities that accelerate our progress. Medieval guilds understood the power of mastery in creating lasting wealth. Their system of apprenticeship, journeyman, and master levels provides a template for developing expertise that generates premium value in any market. This principle reminds us that investing in skill development and specialized knowledge creates a foundation for sustainable wealth. Ancient traditions also emphasize the importance of proper mindset in wealth creation. The Taoist concept of abundance teaches us to recognize and appreciate the wealth already present in our lives. This gratitude practice shifts our energy from scarcity to abundance, making us more attractive to additional opportunities and resources. These time-tested principles reveal that true wealth creation is a natural process that flows from alignment with universal laws. By incorporating these ancient wisdom traditions into our modern wealth-building strategies, we can create success that is both profitable and sustainable. The key lies in understanding that wealth is not just about accumulation. It's about creating value, maintaining balance, and contributing to the greater good while building our personal prosperity. Modern application of these ancient principles requires us to think beyond quick profits and consider the broader impact of our wealth-building activities. When we integrate these timeless teachings with contemporary opportunities, we create a powerful foundation for lasting success that benefits both ourselves and others. This approach leads to wealth that grows naturally and sustains itself through changing market conditions. Lesson 9. Sacred practices draw opportunities. The ancient world understood something profound that modern society often overlooks: the deep connection between inner practices and outer success. Through millennia of observation and experimentation, our ancestors discovered that certain sacred practices could dramatically increase the flow of opportunities into one's life. These weren't merely superstitious rituals, but rather sophisticated methods for aligning consciousness with the natural currents of good fortune. Meditation stands as one of the most powerful practices for attracting opportunities. The ancient practitioners recognized that a quiet, focused mind becomes like a clear lens through which to spot favorable circumstances. When we still our mental chatter through regular meditation, we naturally become more attuned to subtle signs and synchronicities that point toward promising paths. This heightened awareness allows us to notice and act on opportunities that others miss entirely. The visualization techniques developed by ancient wisdom traditions offer another valuable tool for drawing positive circumstances. These methods go far beyond simple positive thinking. Traditional visualization practices involve creating detailed mental images while generating specific emotional states and energy patterns. This combination acts like a beacon, attracting compatible opportunities through what modern physics might call quantum entanglement or morphic resonance. Energy cultivation represents another crucial aspect of opportunity attraction. Ancient traditions worldwide developed sophisticated methods for gathering, storing, and directing life force energy. These include practices like Qigong, pranayama breathing, and various forms of sacred movement. By building up our reserves of vital energy, we naturally become more magnetic to positive circumstances and find ourselves with the stamina to capitalize on opportunities when they arise. The concept of alignment sits at the heart of these sacred practices. Ancient wisdom recognized that opportunities flow most freely when we bring our thoughts, emotions, energy, and actions into harmony with universal principles. This alignment can be achieved through regular ritual practices that coordinate body, mind, and spirit. Simple daily ceremonies like greeting the sun, expressing gratitude, or mindfully preparing food can help establish this beneficial resonance. Sacred space creation serves as another powerful method for attracting opportunities. Ancient traditions understood that our physical environment affects our consciousness and, by extension, our luck. By maintaining a clean, organized space and incorporating meaningful symbols and objects, we create an environment that supports positive transformation. This careful curation of our surroundings helps attract and anchor beneficial circumstances. The timing of sacred practices also plays a vital role in their effectiveness. Ancient wisdom identified specific times of day, lunar phases, and seasonal points when certain practices yield maximum benefit. Dawn and dusk were considered especially powerful times for meditation and visualization. By aligning our practices with these natural cycles, we can amplify their opportunity, attracting potential. Consistency matters more than intensity when working with these ancient methods. A small daily practice maintained over time proves far more effective than occasional intense efforts. The old wisdom traditions emphasized steady, patient cultivation rather than forceful striving. This approach allows beneficial patterns to develop naturally and sustainable ways for opportunities to manifest. Community engagement often formed an essential component of sacred practices. While individual practice remains important, many traditional methods gain power when performed in groups. The collective energy and shared intention of group practice can create stronger fields of positive attraction. Modern practitioners can benefit from finding or creating communities that support their spiritual development and opportunity attraction work. These sacred practices don't operate in isolation, but work together synergistically. Meditation enhances visualization, energy work supports meditation, and ritual reinforces everything else. By combining multiple traditional methods thoughtfully, we can create a comprehensive system for attracting and recognizing opportunities. the ancient wisdom traditions provide us with time. Tested tools for shaping fortunate circumstances. We need only apply them with dedication and discernment. Lesson 10. Eternal wisdom shapes lucky lives. The journey through ancient wisdom culminates in the art of integrating timeless principles into modern living. Throughout history, those who achieved lasting success understood that true fortune isn't merely about isolated moments of luck, but rather about creating a lifestyle that naturally attracts and sustains positive outcomes. This integration begins with small, consistent changes that gradually reshape our daily experience. Living in harmony with eternal wisdom requires a fundamental shift in how we approach each day. Instead of viewing ancient practices as separate from modern life, successful individuals weave these principles into their regular routines. They understand that meditation isn't just a spiritual practice. It's a powerful tool for mental clarity and decision-making. Similarly, traditional gratitude rituals become natural responses that open doors to new opportunities. The transformation of one's life through ancient wisdom occurs on multiple levels. At its foundation, it involves aligning our physical environment with principles of harmony and flow. This might mean arranging our living and working spaces according to time-tested principles of energy movement or establishing daily rhythms that mirror natural cycles. These environmental adjustments create a backdrop that supports fortunate circumstances. On a deeper level, the integration of ancient wisdom affects how we process and respond to life events. Rather than reacting impulsively to challenges, we learn to pause and consider situations through the lens of time-tested principles. This perspective allows us to see obstacles as opportunities for growth and transformation, much as ancient philosophers taught their students to view life's challenges as stepping stones to greater wisdom. Creating a fortune-friendly lifestyle involves cultivating relationships that support our growth and success. Ancient teachings emphasize the importance of surrounding ourselves with those who share our values and aspirations. This doesn't mean isolating ourselves from different viewpoints, but rather choosing our close associations mindfully, understanding that our social environment profoundly influences our fortune. The development of a personal legacy becomes a natural outcome of living according to eternal wisdom. As we align our actions with time-tested principles, we naturally begin to create value that extends beyond our immediate circumstances. This might manifest as building a business that serves others, creating art that inspires future generations, or mentoring those who will carry forward important teachings. Long-term success emerges from the consistent application of ancient principles to modern challenges. This requires patience and trust in the process, understanding that lasting fortune builds gradually, like a mighty tree growing from a tiny seed. The most successful individuals recognize that quick wins, while exciting, are less important than establishing sustainable patterns that generate ongoing positive results. The integration of ancient wisdom also involves developing a different relationship with time. Instead of rushing toward goals, we learn to move at the pace of natural unfolding, understanding that forcing outcomes often leads to temporary gains rather than lasting success. This patience allows us to recognize and seize genuine opportunities when they arise, rather than chasing after every apparent chance. As we shape our lives according to eternal wisdom, we discover that luck becomes less about random chance and more about living in harmony with universal principles. The fortunate circumstances we experience are natural outcomes of aligned thinking and behavior. This alignment creates a self-reinforcing cycle where positive results strengthen our trust in ancient teachings, leading to even greater integration and success. The ultimate expression of eternal wisdom in modern life is the development of inner peace and contentment alongside external achievement. True fortune includes not just material success, but also emotional well-being, meaningful relationships, and spiritual fulfillment. By following the guidance of ancient wisdom traditions, we create lives that are both prosperous and purposeful, leaving a positive legacy for future generations to build upon.